Hi, my name is Taylor. I am a dog teacher with Happy Dance, and welcome to our workshop for June. Impulse control without conflict. This is not tips. This is not games for the sake of games. This is nervous system practice. Teaching pauses, practicing release, and building impulse control without frustration. Before we begin, we need to clarify that we are practicing today. This workshop is not about stopping your dog from wanting things. It is not about enforcing rules more strictly. It is not about holding still longer. Impulse control does not mean suppressing desire. Impulse control means your dog's nervous system can feel activation and remain regulated enough to pause. If your dog struggles today, that does not mean they lack impulse control. It means their nervous system is still building capacity. Our goal is to not win. Our goal is to build tolerance. Okay, part 1. Identifying activation versus dysregulation. Okay, so our purpose here is to help you guys learn to recognize when impulse control is possible and when it is not. Impulse control only exists below threshold. If arousal has already tipped into frustration or flooding, the nervous system cannot pause voluntarily. Before we teach anything, we have to learn to recognize activation early. So let's get into an observation exercise. Place dog in a low distraction environment. Present a mild motivator, food, leash, movement. Do nothing. Now observe. What you're observing: breathing changes, muscle tension, pacing or freezing, vocalization, speed of movement, and pause here for an observation. If arousal spikes quickly, impulse control cannot be trained here yet. We lower intensity first. Impulse control is built before peak excitement. So part 2, teaching the pause without asking for it. So our purpose here today is allow the dog to offer a pause instead of being forced into one. We do not command pauses. We create conditions where pausing is easier than pushing forward. So we are going to do a pause setup exercise. So your dog is on a loose leash or free in a space. Motivator present, but not immediately accessible. The handlers will remain neutral and still, and owners are instructed to do not cue, do not correct, do not lure. We wait for a weight shift, a brief hesitation, a glance away, a breath change, a pause for practice. Now we are going to pause for practice. Go ahead. So our teaching point here is a half-second pause is enough. We do not wait for perfection. Part 3. Release as the teacher. So the purpose here is to teach the nervous system that pausing leads to relief, not frustration. Release is not permissiveness. Release is resolution. If pauses are not followed by predictable release, the nervous system learns to brace. So we are now going to do a pause release cycle exercise. So the dogs activate mildly, pauses appear even briefly, immediate release to motivator or movement. Owners repeat this cycle several times. So we are going to pause so you can do just that. Okay, so the teaching point here is impulse control is built through clean cycles, not long waits. Short pauses with clean release build tolerance. Long waits build strain. So now we are going to get into part 4. Impulse control games, which are regulation based. The purpose today is practice impulse control without creating conflict. So game number 1, movement pauses. So we're going to walk, stop briefly, release before frustration. Pause, so you can do that. Game number 2, food access. Lower food slightly, pause appears, lift food away, or release calmly. Give that a try. And game number 3 is doorway prep. Approach a door, pause before anticipation spikes. Step back instead of forcing, wait, pause for practice. So the teaching point here is that games should feel boring. If they feel intense, arousal is too high. Part number 5, applying to real life. So our purpose here is to help owners translate practice into daily situations. Impulse control is not practiced once. It is practiced in transitions. We apply this to meal prep, leaving the house, greetings, leash clipping, starting movements. Owners choose one daily situation to apply. Pause. We are going to let you do that. Let's look at the reflection. Where does conflict usually appear? This is where we slow down. Part number 6, reducing conflict around rules. Rules fail when the nervous system cannot tolerate them. We reduce conflict by lowering duration, releasing sooner, practicing earlier in the sequence, avoiding peak arousal moments. Impulse control improves when pressure decreases. So this brings us to the end of the workshop. Impulse control is not about stopping the dog. It is about giving their nervous system space to choose. When pauses feel safe, dogs pause more often. When release is predictable, frustration fades. Impulse control is not trained through force, it is built through regulation. Thank you so much for coming to our June workshop, and stay tuned for more videos for July.